afternoon. My name is Juan Cuellar.
Juan.
His name is Santiago Quintero.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Dears, what's your name?
Anita.
Anita.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nichols.
Nichols. And your name?
Richard Penrose.
Okay. Are you couple? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. So currently we are studying modern languages at the University La Gran Colombia. Okay. Like 3 or 4 blocks east.
Yes.
So we're here today to do a cultural exchange because we are from Colombia. And where are you from?
I'm from England, near London.
Okay, London. Where are you from?
England, near Manchester.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So Santi, it's yours.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So, could you tell us something about your culture? Maybe some important events in your country, or maybe sports. What about the weather? Something like this.
Our weather is like this,
Cold, wet.
cold and wet. But in the summer, then it gets a little bit warmer, but not like the Caribbean side of Colombia. It's colder. We have a royal family who can we say about the royal
Still head
family?
of state.
Yeah, they're a head of state, so we still have a prime minister who runs the country, and the royal family are there for the people.
Right.
What else can I say about England? We're a big, we're a pub community, so a pub culture. So we don't have bars, we have a pub with a big log fire,
Public health.
it's a big fire. We have a bar, and you can get your beer, but it's warm beer. You have cold beer, we have warm beer, and you pull the pump like this, and you have a pint, and it's very, very English.
Okay, that sounds really good.
What
And-
about what do you think about your food? Yeah.
Our food is the best in the world.
Why? Why?
Whoa,
Explain it, please.
so good. So we have
Roast beef, yours too.
we have roast dinners on Sunday. So we get a big,
Only on Sunday?
well, it's tradition is Sunday. So we have a big chicken or a big piece of pork or lamb, and we have
Beef.
Richard is from Yorkshire, and we have a Yorkshire pudding, which is a big pudding about this big.
But your family, your friends,
Yeah,
your
it's a,
partners,
yes.
all of them.
yes,
Yeah, they come and
yes, it's a family
Share food.
tradition that we eat roast dinner on Sunday, and it's a hot dinner, but it's often very cold, so we like to eat hot food. What else? Red London buses.
Red London buses.
Red London buses.
Like the 2 floors?
Yes, 2 floors, and they are very peculiar to.
Is it comfortable?
No, not really. No,
Why
they're not
not?
comfortable.
you're not
They're-
you're never on them. You're not on them very long, so it doesn't matter. But the experience of being on the London bus and seeing all the London sights going past, it's a good experience.
What's the transport, your routine about transport? Like you go by bicycle or only walk or maybe skate, taxi?
All of those, and there's the London Underground, which is a big railway under the city. There's then the London bus, and then there's also bicycles that you can rent. You put some money in a machine and you can rent the bicycle, and you can even do that with electric scooters now as well. So
Do you like
you can rent a
electric
scooter.
scooters?
I don't personally like them, no, because everybody goes too fast.
Okay.
That's because he's old. I love them.
I don't.
Okay, another question for you. What's your opinion about Colombian people? Like, sincerely opinion.
Well, I only arrived in Colombia yesterday,
Only yesterday.
but at the moment they are absolutely lovely. We haven't met anyone that hasn't been helpful, kind. Richard, though, you should ask that question. He's been here a year.
Yeah.
So ask Richard that
Could
question.
you give
Over
your
the-
opinion?
Yeah, over the last 12 months, I've been 6 months in Colombia. And I found the Colombian people very helpful, very happy people, and always very pleased to help you. You can see the delight on their face when they help you. So I find them very kind. They're a lovely people. You are a lovely people, should I say?
Thank
We
you.
are well.
Yeah, you are.
We appreciate you.
And-
So,
Yeah, and the other thing is we know and understand you've had some troubled times, you know, certainly over the ancient history, but also over the recent history, you know, 2017 and that sort of thing, and even a year ago where you had this big general strike, and yesterday was the anniversary of that strike. We understand that, but we still find you as a people really engaging.
what's the main reason for your visit to Colombia?
Ooh, that's a big question. We are slowly sailing around the world. So my sailing boat is currently at Barranquilla.
It's a beautiful place. The beaches,
It
the
is.
women,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah, it is. It is a very nice place, and that's where I've been for over the past 12 months. So the reason for coming to Colombia was to come and experience the country, get to see and meet the people, and understand your culture a bit and how you're interacting with the world, and to find out your views of the world going forward. So, and this is what we want to do as we go around the world. The objective is not to go around the world. The objective is to go around the world visiting and seeing cultures.
Understand all the culture, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're very lucky that we can do this. We've got this opportunity to do this. So if it takes the rest of our lives, it will be a wonderful experience.
Something, another question?
Yes, actually, yes. What about the sports in your country? Do you like to go to see the matches in soccer? or
You
something
told
like
me
that?
about rugby, yeah?
Yes, I prefer rugby to football, or as some people call it, soccer. But I prefer rugby to soccer, football. But my favourite game is cricket, which is a very English game. But of course the West Indies now, and the Australians and New Zealand and India and Pakistan, they all beat England now. So although I love the game, our country's not very good at it.
Do you used to play cricket?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Do you consider yourself as a good player of cricket?
no.
No.
Only like a liking, yeah, a hobby.
When I was younger, I played at a reasonable standard, but I didn't play county cricket. But I played at a reasonable club level. But I was never that good.
Another question. What's the thing that you maybe missed of your country? Maybe I think your family, their ways about culture.
English beer.
Beer.
English beer
English
and
beer.
roast dinner. Roast dinner is the best dinner. English beer.
It's very difficult because Colombia is too far off England.
Yes.
But maybe, as he said, you have to understand another cultures.
And you have really lovely food and really lovely drinks too. I love the fruit. The fruit
Oh, the fruit
here
you have in
is
Colombia.
our fruit is
Wow.
it's either imported, so it's come a long way.
Yeah.
Our local fruit is only in the summer really, and then we have apples, pears,
Plums.
plums, and berries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. But we don't have any fruit that you have has to be imported because it's too cold to grow. So
and that-
that's a really nice side of being here.
Yeah, and that causes a problem because the whole world has got used to eating avocados, and they're really good for you. But unfortunately, avocados mainly grow in South America. So by the time they get to England, they've travelled 3,000 miles on an aeroplane. That's mad. Why are we doing that to just so the English can eat an avocado? It doesn't make sense. So, yeah, we love the fruit and the variety of fruit that you have here. It's much wider variety than we've got in the UK. because we're such a cold climate. Fruit is a warm. It's a warm
It's hard
produce.
to find them in England.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Another question for Ed.
I don't know. I don't know.
Should
Ask him about English sailing.
English sailing.
We often win.
Well, yes, we are very good at sailing.
We
Yeah.
are a nation of sailors. We always talk about football, but actually, we are quite good at sailing because we're a little island.
What do you mean with silent?
Sailing a boat with sails.
Using the wind
got it.
to
Okay, got it.
travel, which is what we're doing.
So
With
in
our boat.
England, you know, we're only this big. Wherever you go, it's easy to get to the sea. Where you've got a very long way to go to get
Especially
to the
from
sea.
Bogota, you're in the middle of your country in Bogota, right?
is capital.
And it's about 8 hours to the sea that way, and about 7 hours to the sea that way. It's a long way.
Really long way.
Long way.
Maybe. Okay. If at this moment I travel to England,
Yeah.
Colombia is known as a country of what will be your answer? Like about the fruits, coffee, culture.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee's it's amazing. Coffee, fruit are the mountains. For me, it's the mountains. The mountains are. I can't wait. I really, you know, we get a car tomorrow and we'll head off into the hills. And for me, that's as important as our trip sailing around the world.
Do you like the nature?
I love nature, and you have everything. You have puma, you have bears, you have horrible big spiders.
Do you?
Yeah, horrible. Yeah, poisonous spiders. You've got
Very nice.
snakes. You've got big flying beetle things.
Yeah.
We don't have anything like that.
Maybe you could visit Amazonas.
Yes.
It's a very, very beautiful place where you can find all of species
The
of
Amazonas,
animals,
Yes.
like snakes, frogs, monkeys, tigers,
So everything's there, isn't it? Yeah.
and the indigenous culture. It's very important for our country.
Yes,
But
that's true.
when you go into the woods or into the jungle, you have to be really careful, don't you?
Yes, of
Because of the snakes. In England, we can go. There's nothing that's going to sting you or bite. Well, it might, but it won't
It's not
hurt
gonna
you.
kill you.
It's not going to kill you. It's a nuisance. Whereas, so we have that freedom. You know, we just put a backpack on and we go walking. Whereas you've got to be aware of what you're doing in the jungle, haven't you? You can't just go. But it's amazing.
So I think that it's all. That's more than
Oh,
fish.
It was a really
Any more questions?
pleasure.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
So nice to
Really
meet you
nice.
too.
I wish you all the best.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
yeah.
your
Yeah.
collaboration.
Good luck with your studies.
The last question.
Thank you.
What do you think about our pronunciation?
Yes.
Your English.
Your English
About
is
our level.
Our English skills.
very good.
Your English skills are very good. I find that I slow down when I'm speaking to you. Lots of people say to me, you speak too quickly, where you are understanding. So your English is very good. It's very good.
The other thing I like is it hasn't got an American accent.
We have American accent or British accent?
You don't have an American accent. No, you have a Colombian accent in English. But as you go around the world, you find out that lots of countries are so dominated by the American English
Yes.
rather than the British English.
Yeah, because I think it's it's easier. Like we say
There's
brother,
more of them.
you say brother.
Yeah.
I think that it's easier
Yeah.
to learn,
Yes.
but it's interesting point of view. Thank you.
Thank
Pleasure.
you. Thank
That
you.
was a pleasure. Really.
Yes. And I wish
That's
you all
good.
the best in your studies.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you get A's.
Yes.
And I hope that you enjoy all our country.
We
will.
are.
We will.
We will.
It's our fault if we don't.
Thank you forever.
Pleasure.